Good afternoon, everyone. It's 4:15 here in the UK. The US inflation numbers have come and gone, and inflation coming in slightly less than expected at 4.9%. So that's the 10th month in a row, I believe, that the US inflation numbers have cooled off a bit. Markets initially moved up and moved up quite strongly, but they've given that all back. The S&P 500 trading at 4116, and it's been sitting around that 4110 number for about 6 weeks. So very, very tight trading conditions. Apart from the short-term trend, which is being whipped a little bit, all the measures of the trend on VectorVest are down. VectorVest advocates caution when buying stocks at this time. Let's have a look at some markets. So if we have a look at the S&P 500, and the S&P 500, as you can see, opened up and now has given that back, and that's quite an ugly looking outside bar, but there's one hell of a long time to go as yet. So stuck in this range, as you can see, over the last couple of months, I suppose. All of this tight little range, which has whipped an awful lot of the short-term signals. So not the easiest bit of trading, that's for sure. If we have a look at the intraday position, and you can see that the intraday position, I don't think I've got it open. I'll just have to pull it up here quickly. We look at 5-minute bars over a couple of days, what's happened today. That's the market action that we've seen so far today. That's the gap up. A bet to close the gap would have been a good one. Always easy in hindsight, I know. I always particularly like these inside days, but I'll show you the trade that I've taken already today in a second, but I haven't traded any of this, but I think I would probably have traded that with a stop loss up there if I was about myself. Okay, so very difficult trading in this little tight range where some of the moves haven't followed through. Where things have been going much, much better is in the QQQs, and I've got this position in the QQQs. I've had it now since it broke out of this flag, and I added to the position in here at that spring, and that's the last video that I did. In fact, I was out of commission last week, wasn't feeling great, but couldn't resist buying in just at that open, folks, and it was looking really good today. There's a target in this much higher. So still holding that position, and I'm quite bullish about the gold market, but I feel that gold probably is due a 3 to 4 week pullback, but I'm still holding this position in the GDX. That was a 78% retracement of this range, and I'm going to try and hold my way through this. That's the daily chart. Found support here. Now pulling back, there could be a little bit of pain here along the way. I'm long of it from somewhere down here. So hopefully I'll be able to stick through that. The trade that I did take this morning was in the overnight market, and that's an early chart of the S&P 500. And as you can see, it charted this beautiful flag pattern, which found support at 38% retracement. And I bought in before the market opened, before the number came, at 4115, and I covered at that top. Thank the Lord. That's not true. I took off half at that top and chickened out on the second half as it came down here a little bit. So that's my efforts today. Very rarely do I trade before the number, but I just couldn't resist that flag pattern on the hourly chart. So that's what I've done today. Yesterday I bought, hard to know when the flag, I bought yesterday in here, and I got fed up with it. It was just going sideways, and I lost 2 points yesterday, but very, very pleased with that trade this morning. Just before the open, got out relatively quickly, and in the excitement of that, I missed the short trade, but I'll look for another entry in a moment if I get time. If we have a look now at the oil market has been disappointing. This is the OIL exchange traded fund. I pointed out this reverse divergence, and clearly you can see that this resistance here has turned into classic support, if I can draw it properly, just about there. And this lovely pattern of reverse divergence and then normal divergence, like so. I'm still hopeful for these. I haven't bought into any US oil positions as yet. I know Warren Buffett bought into Occidental in a big way, and I'm certainly looking at that. But I have a big personal position in Shell that I'm holding, and there's a head and shoulders reversal on Shell with the target significantly higher, but it's sitting around that 23, 24 pound level for such a long time now. It's going to take a while to break through. If we have a look at, I think I've got it here somewhere. If I go to viewers, yeah, CNG looks good, and Occidental. These two are potential longs. If we get rid of the MACD for a second, this is LNG, and if we look at this over a longer period, we can see this. Since COVID, for example, we can see this magnificent trend, and then this triangular pattern found support around this level, and it's on a hold in Vective S, nothing to do until it goes to a buy. But technically, if you keep taking setups like that, you're going to get very lucky indeed. And this is the Occidental. That's a trend line that I've been watching. I see it's broken that trend line today. The MACD showing this nice reverse divergence pattern, exactly the same as the oil market itself. Again, it's clipped at stop loss today, so it's on a sell recommendation. So nothing to do until the general market turns, and nothing to do until this finds some support, maybe breaks up through that last series of lows a little bit. So let me get that back in. It needs to reverse here for us, but still reasonably hopeful of the oil price. But my word, it's been quite difficult. It's been really difficult. In fact, if I can find the oil price again, magnificent trend, but this, to me, is an impulsive move. This looks like a corrective move. And what happens after a correction? We get a resumption of the trend. So I'm still reasonably positive, and clearly a close below this level and all bets would be off. GDX in profit. The QQQs are in profit. But the overall market on Vective Est, if we go back to the front page of Vective Est again, the overall market, in fact, flat on the day. So that inflation number hasn't really pulled us out of this ghastly sideways move that we've had for the last 6 weeks. So Vective Est advocates caution. I'm not going to do anything apart from the positions that I've got. And I'm in the UK, where I've 62% invested, and I go through all of those to the Vective Est customers every Monday afternoon in a great deal of detail. I'm going to be watching stop losses very carefully indeed. I'm reasonably positive about this market. The major market participants are incredibly short. And if those guys have to cover, we could quite easily see a very, very big move here. I hope that was useful. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.